Hello, this video is an introduction to the LEGO planning game. You can learn CPM through the LEGO planning game. Then what is CPM? CPM stands for Critical Path Method. It is kind of scheduling method that manages projects. We can apply this process to building with LEGO. As you can see, in LEGO assembly, there are specific blocks that need to be placed at the bottom and the others that need to be placed on the top. If you ever built a LEGO, you've probably mistaken steps and taken the model apart and put it back together again. The way to solve this problem is drawing network diagrams in CPM. Here is an example of diagram depicting block assembly in a manner similar to CPM. Now I will introduce an overview of the game. The game can be played by 2 to 6 people, divided into 2 to 3 teams of 1 to 2 players each. It takes approximately 60 minutes to complete. The overall flow of the game is as follows. We test CPM knowledge before and after the game. The game consists of 2 phases. In phase 1, players disassemble a given model to create a CPM diagram. In phase 2, players reassemble the model using the CPM and projections. Players repeat this process across 3 difficulty levels. The game box composition is as follows. Before starting the game, check to make sure nothing is missing. Modules are the most important elements in the game, with each module representing one process in construction. You will need to build modules in the yard. This is an event card. It consists of a total of 20 cards, and all cards are valid for 3 turns. Event cards can be viewed as environmental variables at actual construction sites. There are effects such as supply being cut off or supply being doubled, so player must respond appropriately to the event through CPM. In phase 1 game, when you receive your model, you place it on the base plate as shown above. Then disassemble it into bricks and arrange them. In the phase 2 game, you assemble it back into the original model. The models for the 3 difficult levels are as above. In phase 1 game, when you disassemble it into bricks, you should write CPM diagrams to visualize the assembly schedule. The game is turn-based. A turn ends with each team moving 1 brick or model, and each team taking turns extracting an event card and placing it on the event card board. The effects of this event apply equally to all teams. The turns are repeated like this, and the objective of the second phase game is to complete the model using as few turns as possible. The yard is made up of 6 by 12, and since it is a limited space, there are yardage rules. First of all, bricks cannot exceed the vertical plane of the border, and other modules cannot be attached with each other or overlap when viewed from above. Additionally, you cannot arbitrarily change location within the yard. The pictures below are examples of each violation. I think you may have wondered about the possibility of event card conflicts. So there are rules to consider only when effects conflicts. First of all, the card drawn last has priority. However, cards with titles in red have priority regardless of order. Of course, when a conflict occurs between cards with red titles, the card extracted late has priority, as mentioned above. Basically, to assemble a model, you need to move bricks to the yard to create models and then move those models to the construction site. If you do not make a complete model in the yard, you cannot transport it into the construction site and assemble it. For example, it takes at least 4 turns to complete a yellow module and move it to the construction site. Additionally, mistakes may occur during assembly. For example, a module may have been assembled incorrectly, or a module may have been assembled incorrectly at a construction site. In that case, one module can be disassembled into bricks, or one module from the construction site can be moved back to the yard. Of course, these moves also consume turns. Therefore, it is important to reduce mistakes during assembly as much as possible. We will also show you how event card works. In the above situation, blue blocks cannot be supplied to the yard. In situations like this, Players can proceed with the game by referring to the CPM and modifying their strategy to complete the red modules. This was an introduction video for the LEGO planning game. I hope you have fun playing.